started. So welcome everybody. It's absolutely amazing to have everybody on, and I'm sure there'll be a few more jumping on as well. There's a few messages coming in, and I don't know whether some people are just having problems getting on, just with they've not actually had Zoom before. So we're going to get started, and the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to start with the Lumi Spa. So if anybody has a Lumi Spa, we're going to start with this. You do not have to have one of these. It's just something that we like to use just to prime the face. So just a normal cleanse will do as well. However, using the Lumi Spa is going to give you a much deeper cleansing routine. So when you get your Lumi Spa, we have our moisture mist. So if anybody's got it, they can follow along. We're only going to be doing the right-hand side of our face, okay? And that is just so that you can see the difference in skin texture and in lift, all right? When you get your Lumi Spa, you get a choice of, depending on the package, you can get a choice of your cleanser. So again, we're looking for roughly round about a kind of 5 to 10 pence piece. And we're going to put that on the face, and again we're only going to be doing the right hand side of the face and down the neck as well, because we don't want to, you know what your granny said, always get behind your ears and get down your neck. That's what we want. So just taking our Lumi Spa, and we're just going to do a wee quick spray of the moisture mist, and it's super easy to use. You press the button and that's it started. Okay doke. So we are just going to take it across the top of the head, and we're only going to do the right hand side. So it's really, really easy to use. We just take our time and we do it nice and slow. And then the Lumi Spa is actually going to tell us when we have to move. Now, hopefully you can hear this. It's going to be changing in a second, but we just do nice, soft, gentle movements. And this is really, did you hear that? That it was changing. So we just changed down onto the cheek. So it's doing nice, soft, gentle movements, and we just move up the way in the skin. And this is actually making sure that the skin is really, really cleansed right down into the pores, okay? So absolutely brilliant for maskne. So if you're wearing the masks and they're giving you all that terrible problem, or you've got hormonal problems, again, this is making sure that the skin is super, super clean. This is a 2-minute treatment. That you can do it inside the shower. You can actually do it while you're making a cup of tea in the morning. It's super, super easy. So it's really easy to do. The kids can even use it. Husbands can use it. You know, anybody in the family can use it. In fact, Danielle's wee niece has been using it, hasn't she, Danielle? So again, you want to just get down onto the neck, because none of us want that kind of turkey neck. You know, that's one of the things that we want to make sure that we get rid of as well. Okay, so again, we can just make sure that the whole skin is done. And again, we can see Lawrence has got his there, he's got a beard. So again, it goes through the beard as well. All right. Hopefully none of us women have got that, so we're all right. So we're fine. So again, that's us in just 2 minutes. That's we would do that throughout the whole face. So obviously we've given this 2 minutes just on one half of the face. And now, I don't know, everyone will be able to look at their own, but I'm going to show you mine. And I've already Lumi Spa'd today, but can you see the dirt that's come off in my face? Nobody see that? And that is basically just because I've been out a walk, I've been to the shops, and it's just the pollution and everything in the air. So again, we're just going to quickly take that off and just making sure that we get that off the skin. Okay. Poor Lawrence is getting sprayed there to death. Okay, so now when we look at the Galvanic, this is the Galvanic that you get in the pack. And this here, when you get it, it's nice packaging. But the Galvanic is basically just this handheld machine. It's very light and portable. It's absolutely fantastic for you popping in the bag and taking it away with you on holiday, a weekend away. It's absolutely fantastic. There is no, there's no weight in it at all. I just can't believe how the science has been able to put it inside, the scientists have been able to put it inside this really small machine. It comes with the face head on it, and I'm going to take you through that just now, and then we're going to talk about some of the other things that comes with free. It also comes with
the batteries. In what way do the batteries go?
Yeah, and it comes with batteries. Well done, Aida. So it comes with a box of your gels, and you basically just take 2 capsules out. You take a white capsule and a blue capsule, and we're going to start with the white capsule. Now, I normally just keep a wee pair of nail clippers, and I just nail clip the top off it. Okay, because I suppose when you're in yourself, you can bite it off, but it's much better to do it with a pair of nail clippers. And just put a small amount on your hand and put it on the right hand side of your face. Okay. So we're only going to be using half the capsule because that capsule will do it obviously.
Is that the white one?
Pardon?
Is that the white one?
Yep, the white one. So this is your pre-treatment. Okay, doke. So now we're going to take the Galvanic and we're just going to put some of the, if you don't have moisture mist, you just put water on the back of it. Because obviously there's an electrical current going through this because it's galvanic. And because you've got some of the gels on your hand, that doesn't actually dry out the same. So we want to be making sure that our hand is covering that plate at the back. On the front, we press it to, it shows number 1. So when it shows number 1, that's us. We can just put it onto the skin and we can hear it actually adhere to the skin. And then all we're going to do is we're going to do really, really small movements. Now, because it's galvanic, the slower you go, the better the galvanic works. If you go too fast, the current can actually, you won't get as good of results. Okay, so just nice and gentle. Every single movement is up the way, and you want to be going as slow as you can. Okay, so we're just, it's super, super easy. There is absolutely no training needed in this. This is when you go to the salon, you would get something like a Casey machine, and that is your galvanic in the salon, and you need lots and lots and lots of training for that. With this, because we have developed it for being at home, it is really, really easy. As long as you keep going up the face and you go in nice, slow movements, then that's all you need to know. And you can get right in at the eye.
Are you allowed the eye? I didn't know that.
Yep, you can go right, as long as you're not going over the eye, but you can come up to the eyebrow, and then we go up the way and we lift the eyebrow as well, because we want to get that lift on the eyebrow. Okay, and we want to make sure that we just, there's no pressure needed either. And you can hear that beeping. And what that beeping actually means is that it's still got contact with the skin. Okay. If you let the contact go, then it will stop beeping, and then you know that it's not actually working. Okay. So I have got areas down here that I always want to work on. So the first time that I do the pre-treat, I'm just going to make sure that I get all of the areas that I want. Okay. And again, I can do underneath the chin. Okay. It's super easy, isn't it? Like it's not difficult to use. You can do this sitting on a sun lounger whenever we're allowed to travel, you know. Okay, so that is that one done. And all we do is, because this is silver, we can just clean the head till it's nice and shiny again. And then we're going to just take our moisture mist and just give our face a quick spray. We don't have to take all of the gel off, it doesn't matter. So you don't have to make sure that the face is completely clean. Okay. And that is the pre-treatment done. Now, you can actually see, I don't know if you can see that my eyebrow's already lifted. Can you see that already? And that is just the pre-treatment. Okay, so now we're actually going to do the treatment. So that was only 2 minutes that we had there. Okay, and now the next one is going to be 3 minutes. So it's a 5-minute treatment in total. I like to do it to get the most value from my money, because I'm Scottish. I like to make sure I get value for money. Then I always do 5 minutes on one side and then 5 minutes on the other, because you've got the time to do it, and just spend the time making sure that you get the best lift that you can. Okay, so this is the actual treatment. So this is the blue capsule. And again, just take half of the capsule and just rub it on the face. And then again, make sure that the back of the Galvanic is sprayed. And your hands, because it's got gel on it, again, on there. Now we're actually going to put this to number 2 this time. And that's us ready to go. And we just put it on the skin. And you could hear it adhering to the skin there. And again, we want to be doing it extremely, extremely slow. Okay, because this is us actually doing the treatment. Okay. And we want to make sure that we really concentrate on the areas that we want to get the best lift from. All right. Now you've seen some of the girls there actually putting it on the Galvanic, and you can do that as well. So you can actually put the gel on the Galvanic if you wish. I prefer to put it on my hands, just because then the gel on my hands is going to be keep the back of the Galvanic nice and wet the whole way through, because sometimes your hands can dry out slightly when you're using it. Again, just nice.
The time itself,
Pardon?
Does it time itself for the 2 and 3 minutes?
Yes. Yep. It just cuts off. It just beeps, and then that's it. It's telling you it's off. Okay. And again, you just go down the whole face. And then once you do the whole face, then what you want to do is you can actually put this part on again if you wish. And that is basically if you have like really stubborn lines and wrinkles, like maybe around the mouth or around the eye area, then that's when I would probably do a second one of number 2. Okay, you can only do a double treatment on the blue capsule. You cannot do a double treatment on the pre-treatment, the white capsule. And that is just because of the ingredients and stuff that's in it. And we want to make sure that you don't take any reactions at all. Now, one of the main things that I get asked is, will you feel this working? Because like a lot of people say, well, I don't know if it's working. The only way that you know it's working is actually the beep. All right. And then you will actually see the difference. You won't feel anything at all, not even round the fillings. You'll get maybe, depending on the amount of fillings that you maybe have, you might get a small kind of, not a taste, but you might get a small sensation, but not a tingle. You just know that you've got fillings, but nothing like if you were going for a bigger Galvanic treatment and you can feel that kind of silver taste in your mouth. All right. So again, just down. And if you feel that your skin's getting slightly dry, you can just pop out another wee bit of the moisture mist, or just water will do as well. But the moisture mist is great for just keeping the hydration. All right.
Oh,
and again,
I got a light.
Sorry?
I just found my light.
So again, just taking your time. And again, there's absolutely no, you just find your own rhythm with it. Super, super easy. And then just work on the areas that you want to work on. Okay, and then did you hear that? That was that. It's now off. All right. Now, again, if you wanted to do another bout of that, you can. That's not a problem. But again, just to make this ready for the next use, you can actually clean it while it's on and just give it a good rinse. Or there's a button at the back that you can press. And when you, my hands are too slidey, when you press that, it comes off.
Ejects it.
All right. And that means that that is then ready for you to give that a clean, and then you can put another head on if you wish. So we're going to take this gel off. Is there any questions up till now?
Shan, see how you're saying your gel on the back of your hand, that needs to, so the back part needs to be damp, is that right? Is that right? Yeah, is that?
Yeah.
It just needs to be damp, basically.
Yeah, needs to be damp for the current to work. For you to, it's basically to have a full circle. So when you are holding it here, you've got a full circle of electrical current. Okay.
Okay. So the gel's got to be on your hand.
You can put, once you've wiped it on your face, the gel is on your hand, so it keeps that really wet. Where if you put water, sometimes it dries out and then it loses its power so much. So yeah, the gel I find is always that bit better. All right. So I don't know if you can actually see here. I'm going to just move this closer. Now, this is where we typically find a difference. We typically find a difference at the eyebrow. Any lines across. Now I use mine a lot, so I use it at least once to twice a week. Now you can see I have worked more on this side because I've still got lines here, and this eyebrow is much higher. Everybody see that? Yeah. And then when you look underneath the eyes, you can see that I've still got a bit of shading and kind of dark circle in there, and it's completely gone on this one. And then my crow's feet are gone there as well. And again, if we look at the smile line, sometimes we see the smile line, and then we sometimes see underneath the chin and up as well. So that's where we would normally see differences. Because I use mine quite a lot, you don't see as much, but when you take a selfie, I notice it. And even the selfies I took before, I can still see that my right hand side has been worked on so much more than the left, because I do lots of demonstrations just on the one side. Okay.
Sharon,
so
how often should you use it then? Is it 1, 2, twice a week, or?
Okay, so what I suggest is when you get your first set of gels, I would use these every second day till these ones are finished. Okay,
Right.
It's a bit like going to the gym for your face. Okay, you basically are going to use that box up within the first couple of weeks, and then I would get another box and I would use one a week. You can take one of the capsules. Once you start using it a few times, you'll find that you won't use as much of the capsule because your skin won't need to soak it in as much. But when you're first starting to use it, you do need the full capsule. Okay. But then if you are only using half a capsule, wrap it up in some cling film, put it in the fridge, and you can use it not the next day, but the next day. That's the last you could use it. Okay, it's 48 hours later is the last you can use it, because it loses its strength as it sits in the fridge. Okay, so
but initially, that one capsule will do your full face,
full
half
face,
half,
and that would do 4 treatments. Yeah,
right. Okay.
That's the way I always do it. But do you know what? It's entirely up to you. If you want to just use one a week, you can. But I like to get the lift that I want and then just maintain it. Okay. So you're getting that with the pack with your Galvanic. Inside the Galvanic pack, you're also getting another 3 different heads. Okay. Now, with this head here, this is the spot head. The spot head just clicks on the exact same. And actually, next week, this is in the sale. This is the older bottle. So this is the True Face line corrector. So if anybody has got really, really, really stubborn lines, you basically just put that amount, and I use it round about my, like here, round about this kind of area. And I also
is that the line corrector?
That's line corrector, yeah. And I also use it round about the eye. Okay. And if I'm using this one, again, I've still got to make sure that my hand is wet and the back of this is wet. And I put this onto number 3. Okay. And when it's on number 3, again, I'm just putting it on, and then I just use it nice and softly, and I can just do the areas that I want to do. All right. Line corrector is just an add-on. It's an optional. With the line corrector, you get over 90% more of the product going into the skin. Okay,
is that when you use the Galvanic?
When you use the Galvanic, you get 90% more into the skin, and it's really, really, really powerful. So we've got some clinical studies that we can send you if anybody's interested to see what the clinical studies, because we're a very, very scientific company. They don't do anything without doing clinical studies and making sure that they're independent as well. Okay, so again, I've just worked on that area, and then I would just move down into this area. And again, I would just use this, and this one I can actually use every day, twice a day if I want. So that's a great way of saving money on your gels, buying 1 pack of gels for the month, and then in between using your line corrector. So it's a brilliant way of making sure that it's nice and you're getting a good value for money. Basically, this one has lasted me, I use this probably 3 times a week, I would say. And I've had this one for, I think I opened this one about a month and a half ago, and it's still basically nearly full. There's loads in it. Okay. And you get a shelf life of 6 months on it as well. So it's great. So you've got a shelf life of 6 months. Okay. So when that would buzz off, then that would be that one finished. And again, I can just rub that in, and then that's that treatment done. Okay. So that's an extra that you can have. Let's take this.
Number 3.
Yeah,
It was
setting
number
3. Yeah. Yeah, when you get it, there's a wee booklet and it tells you what all the settings are as well. But again, we can send that on to you as well. All right. So the next head that you've got is the body Galvanic. Now, I bought the bigger body Galvanic because, like, do you know what? That one is, it would take me a year and a day to do my bingo wings and my cellulite. But this works just the same. It's just that it doesn't have the big full palm conductor the way the body conductor has. But this is our original body conductor. And this works with our body shaping gel. Okay. Super easy to use. You basically just, oh, that one's not even open, but you basically just take the gel, you would put it onto your skin, you put your setting on, and basically you would just work the skin the exact same. So you're actually getting 4 different treatments off the one machine for the price that we've said. So the body gel is great, and again, you can use that bingo wings on the chest area, on the neck area. You could use it on your tummy, your bottom, basically everywhere. All right. Again, just pop that off. And then we have the scalp connector that comes free with it as well. So this is for anybody who potentially has sleeping hair follicles or they're having thinness in the hair. It works on beards as well. So if somebody wants beard area to be a lot more fuller and they want their hair to be fuller, then you can use it with the serum. And again, you would just pop this in and you just comb it through the hair. And it's the galvanic that actually makes the follicles wake up, and it keeps them in that catagen stage where they stay connected to the hair follicle longer before they fall out. Okay, and that is going to help with hair production and getting the follicles really woken up. So if you've got a partner that's maybe got receding hairline and they were thinking maybe about hair transplant, again, this is a cheaper option to try. Or if you've maybe found that after pregnancy your hair fell out, again, it's a great option. Or if you've just got thinning hair, again, it's something to have a look at and try. All right, and you can buy all these different things as you go, but again, you get all this free with it. So you're getting all the heads, okay? You're getting your box of gels as well. So one of the questions that Imogen just said there was to just make sure about when you are using this. You can't use this if you have got a pacemaker, or if you are pregnant, or if you're going through any cancer treatments, okay, because there's galvanic in it. The LumiSpa, absolutely fine to use through all of that. That's not a problem. The galvanic, because it works on microcurrent, you can't. Okay, if you've got any cuts or abrasions on the skin as well, sometimes it can nip a wee bit, so just try and stay away from that if you're using it. Okay. Can a beautician do it to someone? Yes, they can. So we have a beautician, we have 2 beauticians on, 3 beauticians actually on here. And basically, if Lorraine was using this on a client, she would be using it the exact same way. However, when the client is sitting down, she has to touch the skin to close that galvanic circle. So the electrical circle, she has to be standing behind and have her hand on the skin, and then she can use it. So if you get someone else to use it for you, then you need to make sure that you close that current. So if you were...
Same way as electrolysis. When you do electrolysis, you've got to hold some...
Yeah, absolutely. So Imogen, are you there? Could you just quickly show a demonstration with Lawrence there, just quickly how you would do it if you were doing it on somebody? Because again, it's really good. Just quickly, just to show.
Yeah, I'm going to pass that over. So basically, because you need to close the circuit off, what you're going to do is you're obviously going to spray the back of that, put your hand on it, and then if Lawrence was lying down, which usually the clients are, you're going to use your other hand, spray that with your moisture mist, and then you're going to place it on their shoulder. Make sure it's on bare flesh though. It can't be like through clothes or anything. You have to have a direct contact going straight through. And it's super simple. All you're going to do is the exact same as what you've done like to yourself on a client.
Great. Thank you. Irene, can I ask you to unmute for me? We've got obviously some amazing offers on just now for Black Friday. We need to have obviously anybody who's wanting it needs to have it prepaid before Friday morning. It goes on sale at 7 a.m. because we know it's going to sell out. It's just going to be mental as normal. And if anybody wants it, then tonight, if anybody orders it, they're going to get a free gift as well from whoever invited them onto the call. So that as well. And we actually have a loyalty program, and I'm going to ask just Irene just to go through it, and that is basically just to help you with the gels. So Irene, can I just pass over to you for a sec?
Yep, certainly. It's very simple. As with any loyalty program, obviously you're investing in the device itself, but the gels are have to be replaced. You're going to use them, so you need to replace them as time goes on, whether that's your pack for the month or more, or indeed other products, because once you start using the products, you're going to want to try the different things. So basically for all our customers, it just really means that you can put this on either a monthly or a bi-monthly sort of program where the products will just simply drop through your letterbox. The beauty of it is that you will get it at a reduced price. So you're actually getting it at wholesale price and not retail price. So there's a saving there for you firstly. But if you have a continuous sort of ongoing monthly or bi-monthly program, you will actually achieve points. So each product has points attached to it. And that will allow you to build up your points over a period of time so that you can actually use those points to get free product. So again, if you want to try something and maybe not 100% sure, you could get it with your points rather than with the pounds. It is a fabulous sort of reward scheme, just like others, but you're getting, having done my investigation, my sort of research in terms of what you get with other companies, this is by far, you're getting much more value for your spend, if you like. So it's 20% percentage wise that you would get for your products in your first year of the program. That is if you're making 12 consecutive orders. So you're earning sort of £10 back for every 50 points. So it's pretty phenomenal. And then in your second year, you get 30%. So it just goes up and up. So free products, who doesn't love a freebie? Yeah, there is a maximum that you can earn in a month, which is 75 points, but that equates to like £60. So it's quite a lot of saving that you can actually achieve as time goes on.
Absolutely, that is absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. Is there any other questions before we finish up tonight from anyone?
Just on the pricing, Sharon, you going to go through? Is that?
Yeah, I can send it. I'll send the pricing to you. Every day there's different tiers for it depending on what type of membership that you have. So I'll send that on to you, Anne, no problem at all.
No problem.
Right.
Okay.
And anyone that orders tonight obviously is going to get their if they prepay tonight, then they're going to get their free gift as well. All right. And it's great to have that. We all like a wee freebie, as Irene said. And then we can talk to you once you get your Galvanic. We will obviously book an appointment with you to go through it so that you know how to do it yourself, to make sure that you're confident in using it and you're using it the right way. Once you get it in your hand, it's nice to have somebody there to say, am I doing it right? And we can do that with you. So just book an appointment with the person that sold you and they'll be able to go through it with you as well.
How many times do you use the ampules? Can you use one for FaceTime, or can you use most of it?
So you would use the first couple of times that you're using it, you're going to use a full one for your full face because your skin is going to soak it all up. As your skin becomes much more used to the anti-aging products, it will not soak it in the same. So it means then that you'll only need to really use about half. I know that some people, when they first started, it maybe took about kind of 3-4 months before they could get down to half an ampule. The younger you are, the quicker you can get down usually. So the older we are, the longer it takes. I'm afraid it's a bit like losing weight, isn't it? I just want to quickly run through what I would do now. So I would probably do this before I went to bed. I would then give my face another spray and a wipe, and I would do my toner. And again, this is just optional. This is what I do. So I do my toner, and I've been using the brand new one that's coming out in January. It's phenomenal. Like, it's really good, really good. And I'm not a toner person, but I love. Do you love it, Lauren, as well? It's just amazing. Love it. And it's an exfoliator for the skin. It's great. Then I use, because I'm doing the anti-aging and I'm all in, I never, ever, ever buy these. Just like Irene said, I do them on my points. I save up for them and then I buy them. And this is my serum. So this is our anti-aging serum. Okay. I would buy it, but why would I buy it when I can get it free? So that's what I do. And basically you just burst that open, put it on your face, and then you finish off with your moisturizer. And I always use my night cream, my Age Lock night cream at night, because it's really good and it's really, really creamy for the face, and it's got the anti-aging properties in it as well. So as I said, because we're an anti-aging company, we are the world's #1 anti-aging technology company. There is no other company that can beat us at all. We're actually 15 to 30 years ahead of everyone else in the game because of the DNA research that we have done and we have built all our products on. So it's not just going to sit on the skin, it's not topical, it's actually working right down in the epidermis, right down to DNA levels, and it's actually changing the way the DNA expresses itself. Okay, so that is the power of it. If you want any more information, we've got loads of wee kind of flyers that we can send you that you can have a look through. But if Andy's got any questions, please reach out to the person who invited you on. We are always here to help you. We are probably free for the next half an hour anyway to answer any questions if Andy's got them. And if you want to do the order, then just send a quick message and we'll get that organised for you as well. All right. Hope everybody had a nice time this evening. It's nice to do a wee party, and the next time when you get yours, then make sure and we'll do it again. It's always nice to have that wee bit of communication when we're all in lockdown, well, when most of us are in lockdown. So have a wonderful night, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Hope you had a good time.
Thank you.
And
Thanks.
we'll see you later.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.